Hey, welcome back to Wood Sports Gaming. We are continuing our road to the show. David Woods, our first baseman with the Minnesota Twins. We had some other videos to upload, but we had a save issue. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into his first full season as a Major League first baseman. He'll be starting. His buddies, Dylan Reed and Matt Cromer, both will be up in the Major Leagues as well. Tyler Porterfield.
Afternoon baseball now from the Juice Box, Minute Maid Park in Houston. Opening day is here as we get the new season underway with a good matchup between the Minnesota Twins and the Houston Astros.
For free, right here on Wood Sports Gaming. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Give the video
Hi again, everybody. It's finally here. Welcome to our special opening day edition of Baseball on the Show. I'm joined by Mark DeRosa and Dan Plezak. The staffs for these two teams sure to be a focal point as this series moves along.
You know, I always think pitching and defense are the keys to success in the long run. So as the season gets started, it's going to be really important for this pitching staff to set a good tone. If they can get off on a good foot, it will do a lot for the confidence of the entire ball club.
The game's count starting now. It's opening day. It's the show. And it's coming up next. Framber Valdez gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. Dan Plezak, what's the word on him?
Hey, taking a look at the numbers, you see that ERA a little under 4 last season. But I think his team and organization, they're expecting some bigger and better things out of him this year. We'll see if he can get off to a better start in this one.
First things first, here's a throw over. Back in standing. Another look to first, keeping particularly close tabs on him. And again a throw, being especially careful here. He's set and the pitch. David Woods comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. And he looks at a curveball that falls in 1-1.
Ooh, I'm shocked he got away with that one, boys. Curveball right down the middle of the plate. And for him to take that pitch looking, he had to be sitting on something else, but he should have pulled the trigger.
Now a move over to first. Runner's back. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball 2. There goes Buxton. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw way late, and he's in there easily at second.
Well, they threw over there multiple times thinking he was going to try to swipe that bag, so they were onto him, but he just waited it out and took off when he had the chance. Nice job of base running there.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. David Woods. Now to the plate is David Woods. He went from the stretch. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. That evens it up 1-1.
Hey, usually the second time through the order you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. Now the relay home. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily.
The pitcher was spotting his pitches effectively until now, working the edges, painting the corners, but he left this one right over the plate, and it cost him with an RBI extra base hit right there.
Next to bat, Orlando Arcia. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Trying to send him packing for the second time. On a good curveball, gets him swinging for out number 1.
Really impressive pitching right there. Sometimes as a pitcher, you can get frustrated when you make a good pitch and you don't get that call from the umpire. But what does he do? He comes back with a good pitch and gets the strike.
The 1-2. Push to the right side. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out. But meanwhile, the runner will move up 90 feet to third base. So 2 are gone in the Twins' half of the 5th. And the next to bat will be Trevor Larnach. Woods at third with 2 away. Hit softly on the ground to first. Scooped up, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Forced to settle. Striding in for Houston, Jake Myers. He went down looking in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system, especially now he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
And he'll step on first. So now to the plate, David Woods. He doubled his last time up.
Yeah, give me a repeat performance of that last double. With a man on first right now, let him run, get you a ribby.
Good thing he didn't make contact with that pitch. Only thing he could do is probably hit that on the ground. It could be a double play ball.
And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall for the first out. Next, here is David Woods as he'll dig into the left-handed batter's box. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Hard hit ball to second, and that's through into right field for a base hit. 1 run is scored, and he's safe.
I mean, that had to feel good right there, Dan. That's his 3rd RBI of the game and extends his team's lead. They might have this one locked up.
Well, I'd say those are always big, those add-on insurance runs. Big RBI right there for a little bit more breathing room.
Alvarez has it, and the inning is over. 2 runs on just 1 hit. Bottom of the inning now, and now it'll be the catcher, Diaz.
Hey, this is where you go up there and you just focus on doing your job. Turn the scoreboard off in your head. I know you're down a lot, but you have to have one quality at bat followed by another quality at bat. Don't give any outs away. No ABs go unnoticed right here.
You know, it's always nice to get that first one under your belt when you start a 4-game series on the road. Takes a bit of the wind out of the sails of
calm. MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Time for Game 2 of the regular season between the Minnesota Twins and the Houston Astros. Alongside Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, and D-Row will see a highly anticipated Major League debut in this one. One of the elite prospects in the game.
Yeah, this is a special day for the entire sport when you really think about it. Certainly special for the kid in this organization. But I'll tell you, when a prospect of his caliber graduates to the big league level, the baseball world stops and takes notice.
Hunter Brown gets the start for Houston in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
200 strikeouts on the season last year, that's not an easy thing to do. You definitely consider this guy a strikeout pitcher, and if he brings the same stuff that he had last year into this new season, we could see more than 200 strikeouts 2 years in a row.
And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Next to stand in is David Woods. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips in yesterday's game. And he lays off there 1-0. And fellas, these Astros entering play here tonight. They didn't get it done here in front of a big opening day crowd, but they'll look to get back on track here.
Yeah, Matty, I know it's not do or die. It's only game 2 of the season. But you never want to drop the home opener. And you certainly don't want to find yourselves 0-2 when you leave the ballpark today.
Sent on the ground out to second. On to first, so a good back pitch there as he...
Time for a look at the Stros on D. And guys, the things I want you to focus on today, one of them being this manager loves to shift. He has the pitches.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And there's out number 2. Next to dig in, Diaz. He drove home 2 with a single in his last plate appearance. Here comes the 1-2. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is... Now into the box, David Woods grounded out in his last at-bat. First pitch on the way. Hit out towards second. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now. And that runner will hold up at second with 2 aboard now.
Sometimes you need a little luck. Sometimes you need to get a ground ball with eyes. And that's exactly what happened right there.
The next batter will be Trevor Larnach, trying here to plate the tying run from second. Left fielder giving chase. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Twin strand. Number 1 overall pick Carlos Correa gets set to start the inning. The 3-2 pitch. Bounce to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Good pitch right there to run the 2-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball is the result.
So next to hit is Jake Myers. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Runs up and gets this one down. He'll throw home with it. They get the force at the plate. All set for the start of the inning. And next it'll be the switch hitting first baseman, David Woods.
Always a tall task trying to rally back in the late innings, but I think this game could still turn quickly. A leadoff runner on base right here could be huge to get something going.
And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning. Now to the plate, Jake Myers.
Number 6, Jake Myers.
0-2, here it comes. Bit of a surprise here as he's going to try to lay one down. And he'll get in there safely. Now at the plate, here is David Woods. He bounced out last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he goes the other way as this is hit high and deep out to straightaway left. And now it'll kick around in the corner. And there's your time run at second base.
Now that's the at-bat they needed. Bases empty, 1 out, down 1 in the 9th. He's got to find a way, any way, to get on base, and he does more than that, getting into scoring position here. We've got a great finish on our hands, guys.
And now in the box, Trevor Larnach. A base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. A swing and a shot down the line. It's a fair ball. And the run will score from second as we are once again tied 3-3.
You know, D-Row, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings, so that RBI.
Big spot here, and it'll be David Woods. And a chance they walk him here to set up a double play that would keep the game tied. Here's the first pitch. And solid contact there as this ball is belted high in the air out to left. Into the Crawford boxes and gone. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left as they've taken a 2-run lead.
Usually in extra innings, you wait around for someone to run into one. He took matters into his own hands. Now it's up to his pitching staff to grab the W.
And tonight's 1-run game comes to an end, 6-5 the final. Bennett Souza claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney on the field, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. Game number 3 of this new season between the Minnesota Twins and the Houston Astros. Alongside Dan Plesac. Now at the plate is David Woods. 5 base hits in the series for him through 9 at-bats, so he's been very productive at the plate. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball, 1-1. And fellows, these Astros entering play here tonight. They come into this one in good spirits, fresh off their first victory of the new campaign last time out.
Yeah, Matty, we had a saying in Texas, hit or get left behind. And that's exactly what this team did in their last game. Scored a bunch of runs, but good approach at the plate, working the ball to all gaps, line to line. This team swung the bats well. I'm going to be looking for that again in this one.
1-1. There goes Buxton. Loud contact there, but it's well foul. Buxton, the runner at first with 2 gone. Line drive base hit. He'll hold at second, and there are 2 aboard now. So now into the box is Trevor Larnach. And now the Twins look to plate more in the opening frame. Hit on the ground out to short. And that is through into left field, a base hit. And he is in there at the plate. It's now a 2-0 game. And he's in there at third.
You love the aggressive base running right there. It's not easy to make that throw and give that catcher time to adjust his feet and get that tag down.
No, very aggressive send right there. You take a chance, you hope the throw is a little bit offline, and that paid off right there.
So runners at the corners with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the left-handed hitter Max Muncy. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put 2 runs on. New inning set to get underway, and here comes the first baseman, David Woods.
This is when you got to get selfish. You cannot get complacent or overconfident right here. These days don't happen often. When you got your foot on the accelerator and the entire offense is feeling pretty good, get greedy and keep getting knocks and putting pressure on the defense.
And take it to the bag himself for the out. Now the Astros' designated hitter, Jose Altuve. He flew out in his last AB. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Grounded back up the middle. Fielded cleanly. There's one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So they go. Next to hit, David Woods. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Pitch outside, the throw. Not in time, as he just does get in there ahead of the throw.
That's not an easy thing to do, steal third base, especially off a catcher like this that has a good throwing arm.
Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. Swing and a miss. Good sinking action there. 1-2. Buxton stands at third with 1 gone in the inning. Now he turns and smokes this one into deep center field. Catch is made. Here comes the runner from third. And now Gracious just getting the ball back into the infield is becoming a problem. Next up for the Stros, Jeremy Pena grounded out in his last at-bat.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
Goes to third with it, and that's the second out. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Christian Walker. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. The pitch. Grounded to first. He's right there. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So here is David Woods, as the switch hitter will bat right-handed here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted. High and deep into the Crawford boxes and gone. So a 2-run homer down the line in left. Second home run early in the year as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
Wow, talk about a guy getting...
So next to bat will be Nick Heath, struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in the at-bat.
On to first, but not in time as he beats it out. Next up, David Woods, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. Looking to minimize the damage here. And a half-hearted swing there as he tried to go the other way, and it's strike 1.
Man, this guy's been locked in all game long. I don't know where that ugly swing just came from.
Goes the other way as this is lined to left. Alvarez has it, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs.
Well, just an excellent job right here closing this one out. He just collected the first save of his career. Got to start somewhere.
12-2, the final score in this ball game. Minnesota jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Pablo Lopez gets the win on the mound, his first of the year, permitting only 2 hits in 6 complete innings. Lance McCullers. From Southeast Texas, we welcome you inside Minute Maid Park here in downtown Houston. Today, it's the finale of this 4-game set between the Minnesota Twins and the Houston Astros. Alongside Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa and Luis Garcia will be on the mound for Game 4. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, looking at the numbers, you can see this guy had an ERA over 4 last season. He'd like to do a lot better than that. He's got to do a much better job of keeping base runners off the bases. Cut the walks down and try to limit the hits per 9 innings pitched.
Fellas, taking a look at these Astros entering play here this afternoon. They come in off to a bit of a slow start with just 1 win in their first 3 tries.
Yeah, Matty, this series has been a little bit of back and forth, dropping the first one, finding a way to battle back, and then dropping the third one in this 4-game set. Let's see if they can find a way to tie this rubber game.
You know, Dero, this is one of those, if you could win game 4 of this series and walk away with a split, you almost feel like you won this series. This is a big one here today. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike.
This is a pitch I think we'll see a lot from him in this game. The cutter darting in on the hitters in the opposite.
Now to bat, David Woods. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat. Bit of an ill-advised swing that time as that ball got in on him. And here's a pitch high and tight for a ball, 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. He's waiting on the breaking ball there and sends it to deep right field. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. A solo shot down the line in right. Home run number 3 here in the early going. And the Twins are back within a run. It's now a 3-2 ball game.
Well, if I was the manager, I would tell my pitchers to work around.
So up to the plate next will be Jose Altuve. 1 for 2 with a base hit back in the 1st inning of play. Here now the 2-2. Now he gets the ground ball to first. This might be 2. 1 there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So no runs on 1 base hit, no errors, and no one left on. Brandon Walter takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound. David Woods will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. First pitch on its way. A swing and a ground ball to 3rd. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he's safe at first. Now the number 4 Minnesota hitter, Byron Buxton, 0 for 2 with a fly ball and a ground out on his line to this point. Pitch outside, the throw. It skips in, and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there.
Good steal there, and I'll tell you, he is a multi-dimensional player out there. He's got good pop at the plate, and he showed he's not afraid to use his wheels on the bases either.
To your point, Dan, he did go deep earlier, and now the slim base here, so he's really happy. Working for the punch out and the offering. This is line to left, and Alvarez will be there for the first out. Next to hit is Matt Country Breakfast, trying here to plate the tying run from second. Hit out towards second. He's got it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Striding in is Trevor Larnach, a potential tying run for him at 3rd base. Throw on to first, and they'll escape the danger created by the error. The inning is over. So it's no run. David Woods will be the first one to greet him, as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
Down by 1. I'm interested.
Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. That one is out of here. This game is tied. Solo shot to right center, and just like that, this ball game is all tied.
Big time at bat right there. Team trailing, and he ties it up with a bomb. Interested to see how this one finishes out.
His first assignment here as they'll face him with runners at first and second and one gone.
Man, he's making a lot of noise in this one. He's feeling really locked in at the plate right now. We used to have a saying in the dugout, anybody could get two. There ain't too many guys hitting north of 2 bombs in the game in the big leagues.
Swing and a miss, 0-1. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay.
Hits it high and deep out to center field. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And he'll make it up safely to third, so they're at the corners now with 2 men out. Digging in will be number 20, and he's got a chance to bring in the winning run. The question is whether they'll even pitch to him. Looking to get that go-ahead run over to third as he gets this one down. And he'll just put it in his pocket. It's an infield single.
Well, they had to put in a couple of extra innings of work, but hey, listen, a win is a win, and any win is good, especially on the road.
A 1-run finish. It's time for baseball in the Bay Area as we welcome you to the Oakland Coliseum. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Minnesota Twins and the Oakland A's. It's Ace Baseball, and it comes your way next. JT Ginn gets the starting nod for the A's in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
This guy had a year you'd love to forget last year.
Now at the plate, David Woods. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Pitch on the way. Fouled away. A swing and a miss on a ball way outside the strike zone, and the inning is over. Down go the Twins in order. So one fielder, Alex Verdugo. Langoliers stands at first with 1 out. Hit back up the middle. Scooped up to second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We'll go now to the top of the third. The A's lead this one 2-1.
Way can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
First delivery to him. Grounded softly down the line toward first. And the off-balance throw is right there for the 3rd out. Twins wind up stranding. Next up for the A's, Tyler Soderstrom. He doubled his last time up.
Yeah, give me a repeat performance of that last double. With a man on first right now, let him run, get you a ribby.
A bare hand for 1. Throw to first is going to be offline, so they just get the 1 on the play. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and next to bat will be the first baseman, David Woods. Lined into right, a base hit. So the Twins put their leadoff hitter on to get the inning started. And that'll bring up the versatile Max Muncy. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. Now the 1-1 pitch. Popped him up. Diaz into shallow left. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. The next batter will be Trevor Larnach. He comes in 1-for-2 with that home run he hit earlier. And there he goes towards second. But he won't draw a throw. That's taken for ball 4, and it's first and second now with one away. Fly ball right down the line in left. Soderstrom is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now. And he'll take those extra 90 feet, so put runners at the corners now with 2 gone in the inning. So the next to bat will be Will Benson, and they're runners at the corners now. Hot shot to third, and that's through for a hit. And the runner from third scores as they try and work their way back into this one. That makes it a 6-2 game. Up next for Minnesota, David Woods singled in his last at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. The 1-0 home is swung on and missed. Strike 1. 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors in the ball game for Minnesota. Liner in there for a base hit.
Hey, pitchers, you better start taking notice of this guy. He better be circled on that lineup card because he's on fire. That's his second hit of the ball game right there, and I don't see him stopping.
Max.
Ready with the 0-2. Runners on the move for second. Got him. Couldn't connect on the slurve that time, and that'll end it. Twins strand a pair. Still 8-2.
Leading off.
Last half of the 7th here, and standing in the outfielder, Tyler Soderstrom. Popped up. And there's out number 1. So stepping in is David Woods. He's got 2 hits in 4 at-bats. First offering. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. 1 out, nobody on. That evens it up 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Oh, and there's the good curveball as he set down on strikes for the 2nd time here tonight.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip down the line. That wasn't a great.
Now from a place that's seen its share of great moments through the years, a look at the Oakland Coliseum tonight. Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Minnesota Twins and the Oakland A's. It's A's baseball coming up next. German Marquez gets the ball for Oakland in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Well, Matt, you hate to go into the game thinking that you're going to have to get the bullpen involved, but you may have to with this guy on the mound. He's not known for going very deep in the games. Very rarely does he go 6 innings or more, so this very well could be one of those Johnny Holstaff days.
Reined in. There's one. On to first to complete the double play.
Not what you expect from your three-hole hitter when the first.
And now David Woods as he'll dig into the left-handed batter's box. He's set. Here it comes. Now this is on the ground to first. We'll see if they can get two. One there on to first, and they get the double play. Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. This is on the ground over to first. He's right there, and he'll step on first himself for the out. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And next to bat will be the first baseman, Nick Kurtz. Swing and a line drive. That's his first base hit, make him 1 for 2 now.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. Usually.
Leading off the inning, it'll be David Woods, and they could use a spark from him here. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off plate. It's ball 1. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
And this is going to find the alley as it heads out toward Mount Davis for extra bases. And the Twins have something brewing right away. It's a leadoff double.
Hey, after that hit right there, Dero, that extends his hitting streak to 6 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 6 days in a row with knocks will help you sleep better at night, Dan.
Pickoff move to second, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily. Now the 3-2 pitch. Sharp ground ball to third. And that's through into left, a base hit. Now a long throw home. And he's out. Beautiful throw home to cut down the run. Stepping in once again is Shea Langoliers. He was retired after popping out in his last at-bat. The 2-1. Now a bunt attempt here. To second for 1, but they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first. Striding in for Oakland, Alex Verdugo.
The center fielder, Alex Verdugo.
On the ground is short. This could be 2. He's got it. There's 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. We're through 6 full. The A's lead this one 3-2. Leading off the inning, it'll be David Woods as they'll look to spark the offense and even things up.
No, you're only down 1 right here, but the exploding stuff that's coming out of the back end of a lot of teams' bullpens. I mean, just no 95 plus.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out.
Boy, talk about hitting into some rough luck. That was an absolute bullet to the outfield that gets caught, and he would have represented the tying run. Wow, that game flew by, but that's what happens when you get a well-pitched one-run game. Both hurlers battled, and it's almost a shame somebody had to lose this one.
A single run good enough to do it today. And clearly this is a critical moment in this ball game. Go ahead run at third with 1 away.
Here we go.
Here's the first pitch. And that swung on and missed for strike 1.
Boy, this is a dicey situation right here, D-Where with the runner in scoring position. The sac fly brings that run in. This is where you're going to really have to try to keep the ball on the ground as a pitcher. What do you want to do as a hitter, D-Ro?
Yeah, right here, you are looking for anything above the belt. You see it up, you have to let it go. This is where you have to check your ego at the door. Something has to be elevated and put into the outfield. Give your team a chance to score a run.
And this one's inside and high. 1-2 now. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with one away. Hit hard toward the right side. And he has just given them the lead late as this is down for extra bases. Trotting in to score is the runner from third, and they've taken the lead with a run here in the 10th. Runner at second, one away, and that'll bring up the speedy outfielder Byron Buxton. Now a pickoff play at second, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Woods leads off second with one gone in the inning. And the runner's breaking for third. To the right side and through a base hit. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Dan, that's a huge insurance run right there.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
This one comes to a close with a 9-5 final. Number 55 claims the win out of the...
Not Harmon Killebrew, but he's going to make it. I'll give you that. I was wrong. I thought we were basically wasting our time. I agree. He's going to have a stint. He's going to have a career. He's going to help us win some games. I'll give you that. Let's take it easy a little bit. We've always overhyped him, but I probably downsized it too much myself. So, admit that we have a baseball player. Thank goodness.
Now from the home of the A's since 1968, it's baseball at the Oakland Coliseum. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Minnesota Twins and the Oakland A's. We've got baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Jeffrey Springs is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the A's. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, you don't see a lot of guys that have 5 pitches, right? Sometimes it's hard to master even 2 or 3, but if you can master 5 like he has, he'll be in pretty good shape.
Next, it'll be David Woods. First shot for him here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago. From the belt, kicks and deals. Grounded to third. This could be 2. McNeil's got it for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. The next twin up, David Woods, as the switch hitter will bat right-handed here.
Even though he's batting right-handed in this particular bat, this guy swings it from both sides of the plate. Numbers pretty much the same across the board. A terrific hitter. Right-handed in this at-bat, but if you try to switch this guy around from the left side, he can do some damage also.
And stepping in, David Woods. He bounced out last time up. And he fouls this one off.